It is that time again when most of us begin to feel the shift in the air. The days become shorter, the nights are longer. So what time is that, you say? Well, we are getting ready for fall, and today my friend Ellie of Sally and Sam Style are kicking off day one of our fall sewing series titled Falling for Sewing season number 2. Stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and welcome to day one of Falling for Sewing season 2. This series is not only being done by me, as I mentioned earlier, I am doing this in collaboration with my good and beautiful friend Ellie of Sally and Sam Style. Ellie is super sweet, and she and I have been supporters of each other's channel for a long time. She's super talented and smart and a great sewist, and I am so excited to be collaborating with her. So please make sure that you go over to her channel after you watch this video so that you can see what she made for day one, and I will make sure that I link to her channel in the description box below. Now, during this season, Ellie and I will have 5 different makes that we are going to make individually, so there will be 10 total looks in all, and we consider these particular looks fall essentials. And at the end of the series, like I said, we would have built a mini collection that we can mix and match in our current wardrobes, and we will be garment ready for most occasions this fall, especially if we combine them with season 1. With fall being right around the corner, many of us get excited about the change of weather. I know that I am for sure, because the weather gets cooler and I am ready for cooler weather. We also get excited about the beautiful sceneries that come with the change, new fall fabric, releases, and much more. Fall is a season when people really embrace layering, wearing warmer clothing, and it's nice to add new additions to our wardrobes. So I do invite you all to join Ellie and I to build your mini fall collection and use hashtag Falling for Sewing 2024 so that we can find your looks. So to get all 5 looks, this series will consist of 2 categories, and all of our makes have been given a theme or a name that reminds us something that's related to this season of fall or autumn. So this first category is titled Fall Essentials, which are just going to be like a few garments that we're going to present that we found essential to us for fall. And the second category is going to be evening wear. Now for today's look, we are starting with our first fall essential, which is like a fall ready, easy to sew top. So it's a top that is fall appropriate. It can be a top that's like a pullover, button front, knit or woven, one that can be layered, but again, the most important feature was it being fall appropriate. So let's look into this look that I made. For my top, I made one that was really popular at one time, like when it first came out, and that is Simplicity 9451. I have that right here, and I will also put that in the screen. And the theme name for this look is Autumn Vibes, okay? I went with that theme because it's just basically what I'm getting from this top, because of the texture of the fabric, the long sleeves, and it fits into the color palette of fall, which is actually a color that is trending this fall season. And it's just, like I said, it's just giving me fall vibes. And another reason I'll say that it's giving me those vibes is because it's still pretty hot here, okay? And it will be like another 2 weeks before the temperatures start dropping. So when I made this and I walked around with it, taking my pictures, I was pretty hot, but I know it would be perfect for the upcoming weather, which is fall, okay? It's giving me fall vibes. Now, I do want to note that as I share photos and video clips that I put in here for this top, they are not great at all. I am so disappointed because I had 2 tripods break on me before I could even get one photo out from each tripod, stand situation. So my pictures are going to be coming from my phone instead, because I had to use the phone tripod to take pictures, and yeah, so they're not going to be as grand as I would like them to be, because I typically take all of my pictures from my DSLR. So I just want to give you that. And also I want to warn you that last year in all of the photos you saw the beautiful foliage, you saw the leaves on the ground. You won't be getting that towards the end of this series because the leaves are still on the trees and they're still green. But I will try my best to get fall vibes in these. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this pattern. Again, I made Simplicity 9451, and the pattern description is draped funnel or boat neck knit tops that have options for sleeveless, long sleeve, and long sleeve with elastic gathers at the wrist. All features a keyhole in the back and a self loop with a button closure. Now for the view that I made view D, which has the long sleeves with the elastic gathers and the gathers here at the shoulder. And I did not make a view that had the gathers at the waist or on the side because I didn't want the top to cinch in as tight. And so for the fabric that I recommendations, I should say, all views are to be used by stretch knits only, such as jersey, ITY, and bamboo. And the sewing skill level is set as easy, and it is easy. Now for the notions that you'll need, you're going to need, of course, your thread and 1/4 inch elastic for view D so that you can thread it through the casing for the sleeve, and 1/3/8 inch button for the back with the loop closure. And this pattern comes in size 6 to 22. I use the larger pattern sizing, which is the 14 through 22, and I cut a size 20. Now for a size 20, the finished bust measurement is 43 inches. My bust is the 45, but I always size down when it comes to knit patterns because the fabric stretches, and that is why I did that. And because of that, I did use 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, which I feel like the fit is good, but I do feel like it kind of messed up with my shoulder placement here for my sleeve, but I don't feel like it's terrible, and I can always go back in and fix it. Now for the pattern pieces that I use the front piece and the back piece, and the back facing, front facing, and the sleeves, of course, and then the button loop. Now I do believe that it looks like the drawing and the line art, which I will enter in from the pattern envelope, and the instructions were easy to follow. I didn't have any hiccups with the instructions at all, so it's definitely an easy pattern to make. Now I will say that there was one missing instruction step, which was how to make the button loop not the closure, but the button loop. And I do know how to make a button loop, but a beginner may not know how to make one, and so while it wasn't a big deal for me, it may be a big deal for someone else. But that was super easy to do, not a big deal at all. I really like the pattern. I like these gathers at the shoulders the most. That's why I picked it up, and I just like how easy it was to put together. I also like this elastic here at the wrist, and I will say that I did have to chop off quite a bit of elastic that was with the elastic guide because it just wasn't tight enough. So, you know, definitely make sure that you are adjusting that elastic to how you want it to fit on your body if you make this. There were no dislikes about the pattern at all. I didn't learn any new techniques because this was a beginner friendly, easy to sew pattern, and I didn't expect to learn anything new. I didn't expect to have any first time experiences, and I did not, you know. But again, this is super easy, and I just like that this is something that you can wear to work, you can wear to church, you know, you can wear it anywhere. You can wear it with jeans, you can, you know, wear it with a skirt, just however. It's a classic, easy to wear, easy to sew type of garment. Now for the fabric that I used a brushed cotton knit that I purchased at Joann Fabrics, and I did use a 3/8 inch button that I had purchased from Joann Fabrics, but it was in my stash. Now for the alterations or changes, yes, I mentioned earlier that I used 3/8 of an inch seam allowance because I didn't want the top to fit too tight. The finish bust measurements again was a 43. My bust is a 45, so I just wanted to make sure that I played it safe. So, you know, being careful, you know, was the goal, and it does fit. But like I said, I have the off the shoulder issue here with my sleeve cap not sitting up here. It's kind of drooping a little bit. I don't prefer that, so like I said, I will fix it later. Maybe it'll stop bothering me. I would definitely recommend this pattern to others. I think it is a great pattern, but I will say that I think I would enjoy this pattern a little bit better if it were a woven or a little bit more structured knit that doesn't cling to my body. I feel like the brushed cottons kind of cling to my body and just shows everything, right? So I prefer more like Liverpool knits and Ponte knits that are more on the not super spongy, but like the orange dress that I made for my vacation. If you watched that video, if you didn't, I'll link it below because it's a good one. But yeah, more Ponte type knits and Liverpool knits and things like that. But I definitely still like it, and I will certainly get the wear out of this top, and I will make sure that I enjoy it to the fullest. So for the availability, this pattern came out in 2021, and this pattern is still available in the stores at Joann's, and it's probably still available at Hobby Lobby because it is older, and it's also available on the Simplicity website, so you can also get this in a PDF. So I paired my easy top, my easy fall vibes top, with my faux leather pants and just some flat pointy shoes that I wear regularly. Here are a couple of fun facts about fall. Fact number 1, Americans typically refer to this time of year as fall, while the British use the word autumn. Both terms date back to the 16th century, but before that, it was called harvest. Fact number 2, fall was called harvest because of the harvest moon that occurs when the full moon is closest to the autumn equinox. Before man-made lighting, this moonlight was essential to a prosperous harvest. But overall, again, I do like the top. I do think it fits the bill as a fall top essentials. It's a good pattern because you have several views that you can make, and you know, it's, like I said, one that you can wear to almost every occasion. So please let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this top giving you fall vibes? You know, let me know. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and take a pause for the cause and click the like button and click the subscribe button and the gray notification bell if you enjoy this type of content, so that you can be notified of future videos. I will have a full detailed review for each garment on my blog, and I will link to my blog in the description box below, so you will see this one today, and as we continue to post the content for this series, you will see the additional blog posts. And also during the week, we will be posting these looks on Instagram with the hashtag Falling for Sewing 2024, so that you can easily find the looks if you want to see them again that way. And again, if you decide to make something and sew along, you can use the hashtag. Please use the hashtag so that we can see you. We will be looking for it. The more the merrier. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. And make sure that you go over to Ellie's channel so that you can see what she made. And again, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!